Hello Space Engineers, Wellington 6012 here. Welcome back to Hephaestus Prime for what is, well, it's part 2 of yesterday's episode really. I ran into a little bit of trouble with the old space pirates, so just getting this drill going to give myself some resource. Pretty much getting straight back into it. The only thing I've done is popped in that cargo container there with the Gatling gun on it. And there's a little timer there as well, which I'll explain what that's for shortly. So on to what we're up to today. Going to build a caravan component of the beast, some accommodation. Looking to do a little bit of a downstairs barracks and then have the command centre upstairs. So yeah, that's the plan of attack. Not going to do an articulated tractor unit like I talked about earlier. Yeah, I did actually build one and not really happy with how it went. The articulation worked alright, I just used a couple of hinges, one sort of horizontal, one vertical, and it did give good range. I did get the settings set up so it was drivable, but yeah, the problem was this tractor unit, especially when it was loaded, was essentially pushing it and it would keep jackknifing. Even though it was alright and I did go through some terrain, I just feel like when the topography does get a bit more rugged that the trailer and tractor unit will struggle quite a bit. So decided to roll the save back and take a different approach. So going to go with a rigid vehicle, and I'll probably just put one or two sets of axles on the front and yeah, see how that works. As you can see, I'm now just in the cargo container sorting out the ore. I'm just putting that cobalt into container number 5. That means that it gets picked last by the refinery and it's able to make a good go of the stone. And I'll just put the scrap metal that's in my inventory that I picked up from the pirate ships yesterday. Now if I go to the ingots, speaking of which, there is some platinum there. It's not much, but I think that's going to be enough to upgrade my tools, which yeah, I really could do with. I was really struggling with that grinder especially yesterday. Okay, I think those cargo containers are about full, so we'll stop the piston going down any further. I just rearranged these buttons so that one is there now, and I put that timer in, the one I mentioned earlier, which now turns the drill off and reverses the pistons. So though the cargo containers were full, that drill just had a little bit of extra capacity. So on to the tools. Yeah, I can indeed upgrade to the top tier, so that's awesome. While they're assembling, I'll just pop these old ones back in and disassemble them, and then I'll load the new ones up on the toolbar and we'll get building this accommodation area. Alright, so I've loaded up the components onto my toolbar and got the upgraded tools, so we'll start laying this out. Now I'm going to put a toilet in that corner, just need to, that's toilet. And then I'll just duplicate it on this side over here, mirror it, and the toilet and shower will be in sort of an L shape. I find that works quite well, and then I'll just put a door on the front. And it's just a bit hard to see. I'm just putting a toilet in here, a standalone toilet that's got the door attached. I just can't see the door. There it is. And I'll do the same over here. I don't know if they'll stay there. I might put some stairs there or something, but I just haven't quite figured that out yet. Yeah, that's alright. Doors. So if you use sliding doors, it gives you a bit of an entry. So it makes for a reasonable size. Oh, need some steel. Makes for a reasonable size bathroom and quite functional as well, I think. So that's the sort of layout that I tend to do most commonly. Most commonly. I've only laid out this like once before. But I know it also is quite resource heavy, so I probably will just lay this out and then weld it all up sort of off camera, because it'll be quite a bit of back and forth to the assembler, I think. Now you might notice I just took a bit of a pause from building the barracks, because I thought it might just be an idea, since I'm going to be stationary for a while, just give those batteries a top up. So I did chuck in a landing gear and some windmills, which you can just see there. Now pink means it's going to get deleted, it's only temporary. Yeah, that's not some new colour palette that I'm using. Now, just laying out these, I'm not really happy with how these have gone there, because as much as I'll probably hear by myself, you know, I am setting it up a barracks for some engineers. I don't want to sleep with somebody's feet by my head, but I'm not creating a room for each. I'll just use these corner lockers to create like a little cubicle, yeah, and yeah, that'll be good. So I'll put a second one in. Does mean less beds, because I don't think I really want to go any longer than this. Now just remember that. Actually, now I think about it, if I put a bed next to the wall, and then, because I need to have a wall at the end for the wheel to attach to, so I want a bed there. I want to duplicate it. So I'll do the same on the other side. Oh, that's already got a bed, hang on. And chuck the corner piece in there. And then I want a bed next. And then, yeah, corner piece on the end to create a wall for the wheel to attach to. Yeah, that'll be good. Now just look at some decoration, maybe, well, not decoration, just a desk or something to work on. I think I've got room for it. Yeah, I think that'll do for now. There is quite a bit of space in the middle here, so probably we'll be able to put more furniture and stuff. Bit of an entertainment area. But yeah, that'll do for now. Now I need to check on the corner there. I've just missed one of the units, so just try and get in the right spot. Need to put some lockers in there, and I think there's probably enough space between the back and front wheels, so I'll probably put the first set of wheels on. Yeah, because I'll just go on the back of that. I think it'll be too much if I put in another set of beds and lockers, so I'll just change this colour and throw the left wheel on. Make sure it's up the right way. Go. Ground does just dip away a little bit here, so it's quite good. Don't have to worry about the wheel clearance. Throw the right on. Awesome. Now floor, I'm going to use the walkway. So they'll be underneath and upside down, if that makes sense. So I'll start connecting them to the base of the toilet facilities. And yeah, so they'll be under here and they will form the floor. So that still gives me the option to put stuff on top of them. So what I might do is I'll lay these out, because it will be quite resource heavy, so there will be a little bit of component manufacturing and then a lot of welding. So probably easiest if I lay this out, do the high speed thing for a little bit and come back to you. That did indeed take a little bit of time to get that sorted. As you can see, night has fallen. But anyway, take a bit of a tour. So I chucked this extra container in here just for ease of access. It would be good to get it set of access stairs through here, but I'm not quite sure it'll fit. Might have to remove one of these toilets. The bathrooms, yep, happy with that layout, quite tidy. Moving into the main barracks area, got the table in the middle, and yeah, those cubicles, they work well, I think. Still room at the front there, got to put in an extra set of axles, and I have a sort of kitchen area there and some way of getting in there. But that might be a job for tomorrow, I think. What I might do now is I've had a bit of a thought about the space pirates and the base. I'm going to set up a remote control missile rocket observation drone type thing just to go for a bit of a fly, and it'll be disposable. It's going to be a bit of a kamikaze mission, see if I can't take out the antenna. But yeah, just want to really see where it is and how it's in relation to the intended route that I'm going to take to get out of this sort of valley and up into the hills. So you can see the start that I've made to this already with the landing gear, which I've welded the missile to it, and I'll detach that and it should auto lock, but I'll get the batteries added and recharged. So I'll just get that one going. I'm going to have several, I think. I'll have to work out how much I'm going to need. Not really keen on going on one of the larger batteries. I want to keep this quite a small unit and essentially disposable. So important thing, change the colour. And I'm just going to use these half blocks to sort of create a shell on the missile. So lightweight, semi-decorative, semi-functional. There will be some components like the gyroscope that don't stack too well, so you do need sort of something to attach to it. So just get them loaded up. So yeah, just looking at a real bare bones missile, which will be remote control. I'll have to get an antenna on here. Put the range up. I'm going to put the range up right now because I don't want to attract pirates just yet. And yeah, it would be nice to have a warhead in here, but I don't know if... I certainly haven't got those unlocked yet. I don't know. I've never actually used warheads before, so might have to just have a bit of an investigate into that, see how easy they are to construct. I mean, I think I can make explosives. Okay, so speaking of the antenna, I'll put that on here, just sort of, this will be underneath. I need to make some components. I don't think they've been manufactured yet. Oh no, some in there. Okay, and I'll just weld these up now. That leaves a bit of a spot to pop the thruster in. So I'll just use a single atmospheric thruster, and it's going to be gyro controlled, which I've not done before. Just wonder if I use that scientific one. No, I'll just stick with the usual vanilla atmospheric thruster. So yeah, this will be the first time I've done a vehicle with a single thrust and being controlled by a gyro. Yeah, hopefully it works. Oh, this is... I'll have to turn that off before it destroys something. Now that atmospheric thruster uses 600 kilowatts. Now those batteries only produce maximum of 200, so I'm going to need 3 batteries to run that thruster. That's at peak load, but I think it will be operating at peak most of the time. Yeah, and then what else have we got on board this? We've got the antenna, so I should probably throw an extra battery on for that too. I'm not sure how much it uses. If I go with 4, that should be enough to... Yeah, that should be enough to run it. Hopefully when I peak load the thrusters, that doesn't disconnect the antenna, so it'll be fingers crossed on that one. Okay, I'll just get these welded up and then set them to recharge. I have got this gridded to the main grid. Last thing I'll do is disconnect it, so we've got those. Now that will take a little bit of time to recharge, so I'll get this thing finished and then probably have a little bit of a nap until morning. Right, so just about there now. I'll just put this remote control on. Probably the most important bit. Make sure that's going in the right direction. Forward. Ah, no interior plate. Okay, get that direction right again. Awesome. Now, we'll need a camera. I'm going to put 2 on. Going to have 1 down facing, just so I can sort of survey what's going on a bit. Because it probably will be on a little bit of an angle, maybe a 45-degree trajectory to go forward and up. And then I'll need to put another camera on the front. So next, I will need a gyro. So I'll put one of those in. So this is the first time I've really had a single engine gyro directional vehicle, so hopefully it works. Yeah, that's good. Okay, that's all welded up. I have got a spot in there for a warhead up in the top there. But I don't think they're unlocked yet, so I'll just have to see what I need to do to actually do that. I've never used them before, so this will be something new. The progression, just got to find them now. Is that one? No. Decoy. Oh, there we go. So I need to do a reactor, which I've got some components, so I could probably make a small one. But then I need to unlock those too. What do I need for that? Advanced refinery. That's quite large, quite intensive in resources to build it, and I don't know where it would actually fit on the beast anyway, so I think that might be in the too hard basket. Might just have to stick with the inertia and velocity of the missile itself to do some damage. And yeah, we'll have to work on the warheads a bit later. Okay, had a nice restful sleep in my bed for the first time, so that was nice and comfy. And sun's up, so we'll get into launching this missile towards those pesky pirates. So we can disconnect it, and fingers crossed the auto lock will grab it before it falls down completely, which it did. And we'll just get rid of that extra little gantry bit, sort out the base of the shell here, just plug that gap and tidy it up. Just doing the final preparations now, and I had a bit of a thought that I won't actually use the beast to control it remotely, so I'll put in a timer to automatically release this landing gear, but I think that I'll operate it from the buggy, and that way I can park the buggy just a little bit behind the beast. That'll have the antenna turned up, so if a pirate does come after me, it will come after the buggy, hopefully, fingers crossed. And I can sort of run away a bit more rather than being stuck in the one location. Just get these batteries on and running. The antenna will just set to 500 for now. That'll just be enough for me to park the buggy a few hundred meters away, and then I can plug into it and increase the range when I'm ready to go so I don't attract the attention of any pirates. Okay, so I'll jump in the buggy now. I'll just need to unstow it from the beast, so I'll get these pistons going. I really should get a button panel for this process. Will require some timers and things, but haven't got time right now. We'll let future Wellington deal with that. So that should be just about far enough away. I'll jump in and move the hinges. So I'll just grab both of those and reverse them once. And that should lower down. It's a real cool mechanism, this. I quite like how it lowers like that. Oh, I've lost the front of the buggy. Must have got shot in one of those drone attacks. Don't think I shot it. So with that in mind, I might just put a Gatling gun on top. These small grid ones do have quite a large footprint, so they can look pretty ugly, but I think I'm going to need it. just to give a bit of protection. No, I haven't put the upgraded tools in my toolbar. Stand by, just load this up again. Yeah, so they're a bit of a decent sized footprint. Yeah, I'll put some blocks on underneath there just to tidy it up and make the merge to the main unit a bit nicer. Okay, that's all done, and I've manufactured some ammo for it, so I'll just load that up. Oh, only 5. I'll put the extras in the seat here. And I'll just put those in there. Plenty of room. Just load up the menu bar and we're away. Unlock. I need to turn the batteries on. There we go. We're away. So I'm just going to go just a couple 100 meters away from the beast. That way, at least, if a drone comes to this, then the beast will give it a little bit of a tickle on the way through. Let's do a 3-point turn here. Face back to the beast and the pirate base. Okay, so I'll jump into the missile remotely, which I can't, so something's not right. I'll just jump into the buggy antenna. Oh, it's not turned on, that'll be why. And I'll extend that out to its max. It's only 200 kilowatts, so that's fine. Hopefully a drone doesn't see it and spawn. And that must be the missile there. Okay, so we'll go in and control. Need to set up the bar first. So down camera and the forward camera. And then I'll need to put the thruster in. And I'll just put the battery group on as well. More so I can just see the status rather than actually doing anything with it. Don't want to turn it off, then I'll lose the connection. Okay, so I just go into the beast now and set that timer up. Got a couple of landing gears, don't we? So I'll just have to identify this as the one that I want to unlock. And then go into that timer. Find that landing gear again. And unlock. Okay, I think we're ready to go. I'll set the time for 3 minutes. No, I'll just do it in a minute. That'll be long enough. But I think we're all good to go. So, ready, steady, start. Actually, now I think about it. How far is the antenna set on the missile? Whoops, wrong button. Not the buggy, the missile. That one. Only 5,000. No, I'll put that up to 20k. Whew, disaster averted. Glad I made it a minute and not 10 seconds. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, thrusters, go. Whew, that worked. We're airborne. I'm gaining altitude. We're going the wrong way, but While we're up here, we might just have a little bit of a scope out, see the lay of the land. So the pirate base is over there, sort of in that gully or canyon somewhere. Just gain a bit of altitude. So with this camera underneath I can sort of see the lay of the land. On my vehicles I usually do have a front and a down camera. And that looks like the base, or is that a drone? It's a drone. While we're up here, let's just have a little bit of a look around. Yeah, it's not flying that well on the horizontal. I have to keep this sort of 45-degree pitch. Already in my mind, I'm thinking about how I can... I'm going to have to change back to the forward camera, hang on. Yeah, already in my own mind I'm thinking about a Mark II, which, yeah, just have a single downward thruster just to help maintain that altitude on the level, but still maintain that gyroscopic control. But yeah, this is the first time I've ever made something like this, just with a single engine. So hopefully that drone's coming after me rather than the buggy or the beast. And that base has just shown up as well. Seems to be sort of protecting that gully, that canyon, which is quite wide to start with, but does narrow up. So, okay, might just gain a little more altitude, get above that drone. Does seem to be following me. Yeah, see, I'm losing altitude when I go on the horizontal. Just get a bit more before I take my last run at the kamikaze, see if I can't do some damage to it. I'll put the nose up and I'll just look at it through this camera. Go for it, make our run. Still might have left it a little bit early. We'll just zoom in and see what this base is about. It's a reasonable size. There's an antenna on top. I wonder if I can hit that. No, I've gone too early. I'm dropping too fast. Oh, and I've been shot down. Well, I did really expect that was going to happen. So I'm still going to call that a success. And that drone's coming at me, so I might just jump into my Gatling gun and wait for that to arrive. Tomorrow I'll build another missile, a Mark II, and have a downward thruster, so I do have a little bit more control to stay up in the air for a while. And also use it just to scope out what's around in the near vicinity. We'll just wait for this drone to arrive and deal to that. Well, between the beast and I think we made pretty short work of that. So with that, I think we're done for the day. I'll just head over and park up next to this drone. Hopefully it's dead, and give it a bit of a salvage. Just turn this back down so we don't get any more coming our direction. So yeah, hopefully I can get some useful components off this. I don't think it was too damaged when it went down. And I've got the tier 3 grinder, so that should make short work of it. Just seem to have lost it. Oh, it's over there. Yeah, so that's looking pretty intact. So yeah, should be able to get some goodies off that. So with that, I'll call that a day, I think. So tomorrow, have a go at a Mark II missile and go up for a bit more of a recon and see if we can't make another kamikaze run at the pirate base. And the other thing to do will just be to continue working on those living quarters for the beast so we can get moving again, because I don't want to stay still for too long. I want to keep this journey going. And as the rain starts coming down, I'll sign off there and say, as always, thanks everybody for watching. Hope you are enjoying the episodes. I really am enjoying putting these together. So yeah, until next time, stay safe out there everybody and have a good one.